Hello, hello. Good afternoon, Instagram. Good afternoon, Facebook. We're streaming in two places, Facebook Live and Instagram Live. So first of all, good afternoon. My name is Patricia da Silva. I'm a global leader with doTERRA International. I love to pop in here now starting every Thursday to share with you my passion for essential oils and how they can be a part of your daily routine and your just help you in general and help your family and just make you feel like a better person, just good for everything. Hey, Janji! Hey, how are you? So, first of all, we're gonna put some oils in, right? Because it's good to put some oils to keep ourselves calm and concentrate. We're gonna use spearmint, which is amazing, and tangerine. I've been loving this combination before teach classes. So I'm gonna put a drop of each in palm of my hand, and then we're gonna rub it and we're gonna inhale it. So I put it right here on my throat. The spearmint is a great oil for you using when you speak in public or you have to teach classes like this. So it keeps yourself calming. And tangerine is the oil of the creativity. I love to put it because it's citrus. It elevates your mood and it's just gonna help you overall to just keep myself focused and don't get nervous. See, I'm just calm myself down. I just finished teaching a class. Hey, thanks for being here. And I just taught a class in Portuguese on my other Instagram. So if you speak Portuguese, I do have a page called Natural Vida Brazil, where I share pretty much the same content I have here, but it's in Portuguese. So if you speak Portuguese or Spanish, you can head over to the Natural Vida Brazil and get help with the essential oils with Portuguese. Or you probably, if you speak Spanish, you'll probably be able to understand too. So let's go ahead and talk about labor and postpartum. Raise your hand if you had problems. Yes, I had I would say the second pregnancy I can evaluate from my first pregnancy. I did not have essential oil, so this pregnancy I really think it was amazing. Not only for not only for labor during pregnancy, but also during the postpartum transition, because it was super hard. And then most of us women, we do have postpartum depression, and this class is not only going to be good for the ladies, but also for the guys. Let's just put my light down here. Oops. For the guys too, that the wives are suffering with the postpartum depression. So it's really good for you guys to know what's going on and what can you do to help your wife or somebody in your family that's having a baby, because it's extremely hard, guys. Having a baby, carrying a baby is super hard. Then you go through labor, which is extremely hard, and you get you really go is a box of surprise. I always say, because you really don't know what's going to happen while you get in the hospital, because everything, you could have a beautiful pregnancy and then get to the beautiful day, everything goes to the buckets. It happens with me before with my first pregnancy. So that's how I can tell you that the essential oils really had me did amazing things for me during pregnancy and labor and after labor. So we're gonna talk about first labor, right? Sometimes people have a question: can I take the diffuser to the hospital? Yes, you might. You may take the diffuser to the hospital. Don't ask for permission. Nowadays, there are some hospitals that they even sell essential oils, and you don't want to buy those fake oils that is on the hospital. So buy quality, good quality, pure essential oils like ours. So everything we're gonna talk here is about the doTERRA essential oils, and of course, I'm gonna share what I use and what it works for me. I do not want you to do something you don't feel comfortable with, and you can always ask your doctor. I haven't seen any doctor saying that I could not use essential oils. Actually, when I took my essential oils to the hospital, they love it, and they would keep asking me what it was, and then some of the doctors even like, oh my god, bought essential oils. So they love it and kept everybody calm and tranquil, and then they were amazing how calm I was. So my labor story, okay, I was pregnant of twins. I had a traumatized labor with my first son, where we had an emergency C-section. I did not have a support of the essential oils. Everything was fine into the day that I was induced, and then we had to have an emergency C-section. Neither me or my husband were able to watch Preston born, and when I woke up in the weight room, I was totally lost because I had no idea where was my husband or where was my child, and it was extremely painful. The water broke, and my son fell on his cord, and he wasn't able to breathe, so they had to do emergency C-section. They actually cut me through the C-section, and the C-section, and I was able to feel all the pain. So I had the feeling that, oh my god, they're gonna cut me through, and finally they gave me general anesthesia, and then I was able to go down, and they took the baby out, and we almost lost Preston. Preston only had a heartbeat when he born, so it was really, really depressing for us, not being able to watch him born, and my husband that had to wait outside, not knowing what was going on. So really, really, it was a disaster, right? So when it came to the second pregnancy, I had a beautiful pregnancy. Everything was fine. I had the preeclampsia under control with essential oils, but it was two babies, a boy and a girl. So baby B, the boy, was under stress. He was not getting enough nutrients, oxygens, and all the goody stuff like his sister was. So we had to do the delivery, and they were expecting to do at 32 weeks. So I was bed rest a week before I had it in. So I took, I had no time to get anything out. I had nothing ready. But I went straight from the doctor straight to the hospital. And then when I got there, I, of course, asked my husband to bring all my supplies, my rollers, so I can make rollers and all that kind of stuff. So I had a lot of fun in the hospital. I brought a diffuser with me like this. And then I took some oils. I, had a empty bottle of essential oil, and I blended in the oils that I wanted to diffuse during the day and during the night. So during the day, most I had a white orange, I had elevation, and I had peppermint to keep me focused, to keep me energetic and a good mood, not to worry about what was going on, And the night I had, I have some serenity, I had some breathe, because I was having trouble also to breathe, and On Guard too, to boost my immune system. So I did use all those oils in the diffuser. And then, of course, I did prepare a few rollers to take with me to the room, to the labor room, which was balance. Actually, apply balance under my feet before I went to the surgery, to the C-section room, and I actually blended into with the frankincense to take with me to the room to help. Actually, I made it for the babies because frankincense is well known as in balance too as the oil of the transition. Since I knew that the babies were coming out of the NICU and it was going straight, it was going straight from the room, straight from the NICU, and I wanted them, you know, to have a really welcome to this world with these beautiful oils. And if you don't know, frankincense is one of the oils that was given to Jesus for a reason, because it's really good for calming, and it's really good for transition. So it's really good to give to a baby, and you're supposed to actually put the oil in the baby crown when he's born. But I knew that it was going to be C-section, and I knew they were premature, so I knew that it was going to be tough for me to do that. So I took a roller, I blended a roller, and I took it with me, not knowing that that blender was going to save me. So what happens is, when they were doing the surgery, it took so long, I was losing a lot of blood. So actually I was starting having anxious attack, and then my husband, I asked my husband to give me the roller that I made with frankincense and balance, and then I started smelling, and then of course it's still not working. So I say, please apply on my chest and let me breathe. And then he asked the anesthesiologist, can she use this? And then the anesthesiologist say, yes, give anything she wants it. And then sure enough, he applied on my chest, and I start calming down, and I start breathing, and it was amazing. Also, he applied on himself too, because he was freaking out because he saw my blood pressure is really going down and blood everywhere. And then he really saving his as well. And actually, frankincense and balance is a transition oil, and we use it with the entire family. We use it with the babies, we use with me and my husband and my 3-year-old too, because, you know, can you imagine for a kid that's just you're not only becoming a big brother, but you're becoming a big brother of 2 babies. So really, Preston love it, and it was so good for him, you know, to understand that, you know, go to that transition of being the single kid to a big brother of 2 babies. So really frankincense and balance is my go-to for calming and anxious feelings, and that you probably gonna have it. Also, balance is really good to fight fears, you know, because can you imagine, I had that horrible experience with my first baby, and balance really helps me keep myself grounding and calming, and it really promotes good thoughts that I, you know, that this was gonna be good, that's gonna be fine, because we all oh yeah, silver best gift ever, right, Lindsay? So really, balance is a oil that can help you calm your fears, you know, because the labor, like I mentioned, is a box of surprise. You're not gonna know what's gonna happen to happen. So really, you gotta be prepared for war. You gotta be prepared for everything. And I'm so grateful that I took those oils with me. Like I mentioned, I took a diffuser. Then I took some rollers with me so that I could make gifts for the nurses. I made some roller bottles for me. Well, a little bit difference between natural labor and C-section, of course. Natural labor, there are a few oils that you could help you, like let me find here. It's clotted sage. Clotted sage is a great oil for you to use when you are ready to go. After 40 weeks, do not use clotted sage during pregnancy. Of course, each body is different, but clotted sage is known to help induce labor. So don't use clotted sage before, but you can definitely use clotted sage for labor, to promote, you know, to expedite labor, or you can use also to bring your colostrum first. You know, the first important milk that you get for your newborn is, you know, you can use clotted sage on your chest to help bring that milk, that gold milk. So clotted sage, it will be the great oil for you to have it. To just fix the light here. to help you bring the goat milk, and I really apply on my chest, and it was amazing. When I was at the waiting room, as soon as I got to my room, I got to the pump the milk, and it was right away the colostrum came in, and they were able to take downstairs to the NICU a good amount of colostrum. So I'm thankful for Cladis Sage. I actually blended in a 10 ml bottle with fractionated coconut oil, and I made a blend with Cladis Sage. Let me get here. Cladis Sage. I made Cladis Sage. I made fennel, and then I made basil. Yeah, guys, basil is really good for milk too. And I blended the three of them, and I kept, still using for, to increase my milk supplies as well. So Cladis Sage, I love Cladis Sage, and it's an amazing oil for that. Geranium, okay, geranium is a really good to help you focus on your breath. So hard, right, when you're in pain. I did have C-sections, but the my first son, I was induced, so I did feel pain for 12 hours. So I know, I probably don't know the labor pain, but I know that is that we can help. But of course, with the first pregnancy, like I mentioned, I did not have a support of the essential oils, and I'm grateful that I had this time. So geranium is really good to promote focus, your breathing and pain relief. So you can ask your husband or the person that's gonna be with you to apply on your shoulders, in your back, in the shoulders, often as you want it, to relieve the stress and tension. So geranium will be good, and it's such a floral oil. I love geranium. I was able to snag a couple of geranium on the European BOGO, and geranium Cloudy Calm is the best for combination for hormone support. Basil too, guys. Basil is a very good oil for aches. So really good for use during a pain, labor pain. So you can use that. You can apply a massage with the coconut oil, fractionated coconut oil on your lower back. So get all, if you don't want to, of course, it's gonna be your husband that's gonna be manipulating all this stuff. So make it easy for the guy, right? Because he's not gonna remember all this stuff, and you're probably gonna be so stressed out that you're not gonna have no time to explain for him. So make it easy for your hubby. Make a bottle spray with a half. You can make a small bottle actually. Have a fractionated coconut oil and the oil dilute already, and that way he can just spray on you and massage you. So that way he's not gonna be manipulating bunch of oils while he's trying to comfort you, so just have that ready to go. So black pepper too, I don't have black pepper here, but black pepper can be used same way as basil for aches, okay? It's applying on the lower back. Calming blend, which is probably, well, it used to be Serenity, but same way, Serenity is the calming. It used to be the calming blend, is the but it helps you to sleep. So it calms your nerves, so it's really good to help with the connection between dad, mama, and baby. So really good, and it can bring a balance and the whole sense for you guys, and reduce the stress of the feelings of not knowing what's going on in labor. So that's really gonna help. Serenity. You can diffuse too. Grounding blend, which is the balance oil. I mentioned to you, I apply balance the bottom of my feet before I went to surgery, and I actually had that with frankincense, and I took with me to help with the transition, and it also helps with the anxious feelings, okay? And then let's see what else. Oh, also grounding blend, guys. It helps to, it says it helps to self-correct, it balancing alignment of the spine. How amazing is that? When you're carrying like me, carrying two babies at the same time, my back was like crap. And really also helps mom stay present and stable, and the mom to focus, right? Because you need to focus on what you're doing, breathing and everything. Sometimes you forget to breathe, and you're in pain, so you're definitely gonna forget to breathe. Also, it helps to overcome fears. So really helps me, because think about all the stuff. I was afraid that, I talked many times with the doctor. Oh my God, I'm afraid that the anesthesia is not going to work for me. And she was trying to calm down. So balance really helps with the fears too. So Balance is the oil. You definitely need to take this to labor, and it's gonna serve you so much more also in postpartum, guys. We're gonna talk more about the postpartum depression and the oils you can use with that. We also, like I mentioned, clary sage after labor when your uterus is still contracting. Clary sage is amazing oil to help tone your uterus, so uterine tonic, so it helps it. So like, not only if you after baby, but if you have a miscarriage too, clary sage can help you with the aches and help you, you know, with the contraction. So you can apply in your lower belly to help with that. Any citrus oils like citrus bleeds, elevation is also really good for mood, and you can be diffusing that, and that can help also on the postpartum too for depression, all that. Another oil that is really good for intensive contraction is myrrh. Myrrh, another herb that was given to Jesus when he's born, is amazing for also for the umbilical, to put a drop in the umbilical cord to help heal it, and they're really good for to kill bacteria. Myrrh. So peppermint is really good for functions, and you can apply in your lower back to help you with that. Also, peppermint is really good for nausea. So if you just came out of surgery and you took all this medication, you're probably gonna feel nauseated, and peppermint can help you with that. Also, ginger too. Ginger is really good for nausea. So yeah, so that was for labor. Okay, C-section, I would say also another thing that you can do for C-section or perineum spray is to do fractionated coconut oil, water, and the EMIAL blend. EMIAL is the anti-age blend. Is really good to heal scars, so you can use that. Also, if you after the incision is closed, you can use some deep blue rub to help with the aches, and really gonna help with that. Okay, now postpartum, guys. Most of us have postpartum depression. Some have mild, some have medium, some have extremely, at the point that can be very dangerous for the mom and baby. So you do have to acknowledge that don't fight, just find the help with trying to find something that's going to help you. And then it's so extremely hard when you just had a baby and people say, oh, enjoy and blah blah blah. It's almost impossible to enjoy because you're not sleeping, you're so tired, and you don't know how to, your hormones are on fire, like in a war, and you don't know how to deal with that. I have experience I see the huge difference from between my first pregnancy with now no oils and the first pregnancy with the oils. So I know the difference. I've been there 2 times, and then I know the difference. So please, 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 if you know somebody that is about to have a baby, share with them with the essential oils, what they can do for them and how amazing it is. I can tell you many times, you can Google, it's scientifically proved that essential oils can help you with emotions. This is not just a something that we invented or we're trying to sell. It really, really works. So and please try to get a pure essential oil. You don't want to have a fake oil, you know, around a baby or around your wife, around you, because it's, you know, it's better not to use if you're going to use a fake one. And then, you know, in the hospitals nowadays, they even sell essential oils. So just be prepared. You know, don't go there and spend $1,000 in fake oils. So just be prepared. You can get these oils with 25% off if you get a wholesale account. And I can explain at the end of this class. But let's talk about postpartum, right? So, postpartum, guys, pure spray. You can make the spray like I mentioned. You can use for normal delivery on your vagina. Hey, gotta say the name right. And then you can use the spray in your C-section, on the C-section. Now, Balance is gonna be your best friend, guys. Not only it's gonna be your best friend for the after the baby, but when they grow, when you know you have 3 kids, it's so hard to keep balance, so you know, keeps yourself stable. So really balance is my best friend. I actually took a bottle of balance and I placed on my bathroom, so in the morning, first thing I finish you know, my hygienic cleanings, I go and I apply on the bottom of my feet and I start my day on the right track. Because it's, I'm telling you, you don't want to be fighting emotions while you're trying to take care of baby, a newborn baby. And this is first rodeo girls, get in the program. So get some balance. Balance is going to be your best friend. It's grounding. It's going to keep you self-centered, and it's going to make you feel calm, and you're going to be able to think. You know, I always say that when you ride with emotions, you can fight against anything. So really take care of your emotions first, and then of course your physical, spiritual, but your emotional system has to be taken care of. Otherwise you can't function. You can't take care of baby if you're not thinking right. So this is really good. Balance is one of my best friends. And then frankincense, any citrus oils are really good uplifting mood. I love elevation. I diffuse elevation every day with On Guard, and I love. And also white orange is amazing. Citra Bliss is other oils that you can diffuse in your bedroom. You can also diffuse for nighttime. Serenity, to keep you calming and help you to sleep. Other oils that you can use for emotional balance is the emotional aromatherapy or blends. I have the rollers right here. Motivate. When you wake up and you're so tired that you can't even think straight, use some Motivate to keep you motivated to take care of the beautiful baby of yours. You can also use Cheers to elevate your mood, and I love it because it has vanilla and citrus oils, and it just smells delicious. So I love those emotional aromatherapy oils because they really put you in a good mood. And what else can I say here? Deep Blue Rub, right? You're gonna use Deep Blue Rub for any aches that you have after labor, especially with trying to carry a baby, a car seat all the time. Your shoulder's gonna be hurting, and then you can use some Deep Blue Rub. You can use copaiba and frankincense under your tongue. It's safe. I took that all the way from my pregnancy, and I took after. Actually, copaiba is really good for your milk too, so it's really good. And then let's see, Long Vitality Pack, LLV, are vitamins, omega-3 vitamins you need to take there so you can have energy to take care of baby, produce milk, you know. And of course, eating right, get some rest. Please guys, don't try to be a superhero. Try to sleep when the baby sleep. When I had my first son, I was constantly getting up, you know, early, and just staying in the bed, to sleep. When they're taking a nap, to go take a nap. All the things can wait. And so just a good advice: sleep when the baby sleep. That's the best advice I can give to you. Then of course I mentioned the aromatherapy kit. It has tons of oils that can help you with the mood. And of course I cannot forget it to mention Cloudy Calm, guys. Cloudy Calm is actually the monthly blend. Helps to support your hormones, so it helps to balance the hormones. And actually geranium also is really good for that, clary sage, but I like this blend because it does everything. And also you can apply on your lower belly to help with the contraction after labor, help things go back in place. But Cloudy Calm and Balance, it's gonna be your best friends for postpartum, okay? And then don't hesitate to ask me how to get those. You have to have it. If you don't want to buy a kit, at least get those two, guys. You're not gonna regret, because these two is gonna do so much for you during pregnancy and after pregnancy that you can't imagine it. And it's just like just getting to know. And of course I also love to sleep, use Peace, the reassuring blend, for sleep time, to help me, you know, because you don't get much sleep when you have a newborn, but at least you can have a really good night of sleep so you can function the next day if it's for 3-4 hours, at least it's a good deep sleep. And I actually use Serenity, and I use the Serenity capsule. What the Serenity complex does not knock you down like most of medicine. So even if the babies wake up in the middle of the night, I am able to wake up, I'm able to hear them. But guess what? I slept for 3 hours, but I got a really good deep sleep, and I'm ready to roll. Even if they don't go back to sleep, I'll be fine all day long. So I really love the fact that these oils are so diverse and they can do so much for you. I use that the babies are staying in the NICU for 45 days, and I could not be thankful enough for these essential oils. I actually I did not ask for permission. I took frankincense and ballads and apply on their feet every single day, and they're so calm and chill. I mean, I'm so grateful I did that. I also were able to give a lot of the nurses that took care of us some oils, some motivate oils, for being thankful and grateful for them to take care of families. But this is your life, this is your journey, and you need to do what you think is best for you. Don't ask for permission from people. If you think this is right and then you don't feel good and you haven't tried other things and those things are not working, try something else. And then this is, if you haven't heard about essential oils until now, I always hear, and they're everywhere. It's a natural compound coming from plants, seeds, barks. So don't be afraid to try it. If there is a pure essential oils and well dilute with a good dilution, they are not gonna do anything bad for you. They're only gonna bring you good stuff. So I hope this is being informative for you. Oh, actually, another thing that I want to mention, I did use Zendercrine on the bottom of my feet because after all the medications and anesthesia that I took, I want to do a detox. So I did that, apply on the bottom of my feet to help detox all the medication that I took. So that was another good thing I did. So I hope this is being informative. Next week, we're going to talk about how take care a newborn with essential oils. Okay, how safe it is, essential oils around your babies. Like I mentioned, my babies were 2 pounds and 14 ounces, and the other one was 3.14 pounds 14 ounces. They were preemie, and I use essential oils well dilute, and they're fine. They're 6 months. They turned 6 months yesterday. They are happy, they are healthy, and they are good babies. So essential oils can work. They can bring you a lot of good stuff for your life, and especially support you emotionally. And like I mentioned, if you're emotionally in good shape, you can do anything. You can fight physical disease, you can fight anything. So pretty much that's it, guys. So and if you want to get any you have two options of memberships. You can actually get retail price, but I do not advise you to do that. Or you can get a 25% off membership that costs just like a Costco membership, but it's not gonna give. Our membership is much better. It give you tons of free stuff for $35, and then you can either get, or you can add the separate essential oils, or you can just get a kit. I have a big kit that is a little bit fancy, has a diffuser, and then I have a small kit for those that are, the small kits just have small bottles, and it can do pretty much the same thing. And then you get all the education support from me, and I plug you in our Facebook community, and you're gonna have tons of fun, tons of education and support, recipes and everything. You see that we are a team constantly doing, and you're gonna be we're gonna hold your hands, and we're gonna teach you how to use all the essential oils and be successful in your journey. So please give me a DM me, or send me a message, or leave a message here in the comments, and I'll contact you. And I would love you to guide you during your pregnancy and after your pregnancy, and how to take care of your babies, because I'm like use essential oils like before, during, and after pregnancy, and I cannot say more that that is safe and sound to use it, as long as you use pure essential oils like doTERRA and dilute the proper way. So I hope this class has been great for you. You have learned something, and then next week we come back on Thursday, 4 p.m. I believe. No, I'm probably going to do it early. I'm going to confirm the time, but it's going to be in the afternoon, to talk about how to take care of the babies, newborn babies, with essential oils. Okay, I hope you guys have a great afternoon, and the weekend is coming. You guys have fun, and stay tuned for the next class. Bye bye, guys. Thank you.